ring you can get, whether you get the playoff spot or not. How important is that to you, that circumstance?
It's definitely the main thing on all the players' minds. As far as for younger guys on the team, they want it for the seniors. We want it for Calvin. They've been here for a long time. They've worked really hard for it. And it's also a huge just emotional gain, and it'd be a great thing just for the university to keep our program furthering itself and improving.
Yeah.
We want it just as bad as our seniors, all the underclassmen. We got all the hard work we've been going through. It's time to pay all right here. This is what everybody been wanting, and it's time to get it. We got to go ahead and take it what we got and go ahead and make it happen.
Coach, there's a possibility that 6 teams can share the conference championship, the way things kind of, would you just comment on that scenario?
Well, and I told you that I didn't want to get off in this, but I will make a point in this, just talk about scenarios for playoffs. But what, I don't mind talking about that. I think what people, we have expectations here, and they're rising expectations. When I told players this, you're hearing a sort of a disgruntledness coming back from our fan base. As ridiculous as this may sound, that proves something that we've accomplished in this program. That we have a brand that delivers a promise that says you can expect to see quality football. You tear open a wrapper of a Reese's cup, you know exactly what it is. That's a brand. You already know what the promise is, and they promise to never let you down. That Reese's cup will never taste any different than the first one you ever had. Unfortunately, we have fallen short of our promise. The biggest promise is to ourselves, because that's where it's made. But, now to answer the question, as good as our expectations are, if that ever causes us to think that each time we go out in this league, that we don't have the biggest battle waiting on us that a team could have. As big as, this conference is as competitive as the SEC. Yeah, there's some people that get picked, and we're probably the strongest brand in the conference. But they come, 6 teams having the same record just says that this is a conference where everybody brings it every week. And if one team falters for 4 minutes, could be over with. I don't care how high your expectations are. It's 60 minutes, one play at a time, till it's over. And probably no year have it been reminded to me. I guess I slip away from that some too. The next play, until that thing's over with, is the biggest play of our lives. And it's sort of corny to say it, but in reality, if that's not your mindset, then you're letting yourself get set up for something. So 5 being 6 being tied means a pretty competitive conference.
No, just 2 other things. One for you, one about you, and then one about Tennessee State. Just to ask you, has there been any, since it's been 3 days, any repercussions from Ronnie's accident? And if there is so, who's going to call the plays out?
Ronnie is this has been between Ronnie and Moose and Dr. Meehan, and they have worked out what's going to happen. It does not exclude him from his game preparation or game responsibilities. But there's nobody that brushed anything. There's consequences, significant, but they're just as they should be. They're private and will not affect this team.
And then to speak to Tennessee State, they have become more explosive, I think, with German as the quarterback.
Yes.
Will you just give us a sense on what you see?
We've had a game where we had 300 yards rushing and 300 yards passing in the same game. If there's anything that you say, it's sort of a pinnacle. Well, they have one last week where they got 250 rushing and 250 passing. And they've had, they've shown that ability that what balance can get you. You can be playing run and get pass, you can be playing pass and get run, and their quarterback is developed, and it all goes back to the offensive line, though. I mean, you got to be able to block the run and protect the pass, and I mean, they got a pro playing left tackle. What his name is, I'll make sure I give this boy a compliment, but 6'7", 320-pound Roger Gaines, remember the name? He's a player.
Talk about defensively, Coach. Rico's an outstanding player.
Oh, yeah.
Up for, I'm sure he'll be up for player of the year.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably going to get most of the votes. I mean, 256 pounds, you know, he's got the size of a lineman and the mobility of a, you know, he's I fall short sometimes saying by comparisons, because I don't think that they always fit, but we've not faced a linebacker that presents this problem. And the guy last week was really good, wasn't he, Calvin, number 11? I can't remember his name. Pfeiffer, a really, really good player. And here's another one, and I tell you what, we didn't block 11 last week, so we got problems. It was you and him in a hole every time, wasn't it? Are you ready for this one? Okay.
Coach, if you would, just talk about, this is the first week James has been here, so just talk about
Well,
what he's
you
been to
know,
this program
they
this year.
know that we talk about offense, defense, and kicking game. I mean, our players know that they, you know, we treat our football team in three groups. And when you say kick, that is the play of a kicker. I mean, kicking game. It starts with kicker and a punter. You know, James is 100% on field goals. What happened last week with that wind swirling, just erase that. That never happened. He's been very dependable, you know, for us. And I, you know, last year there were times, and I don't trust kickers easy. Last year I probably didn't trust him enough. But, you know, we got a guy here who won a game on the last. I mean, he won the Martin game on kicking to get the point. So, you know, we got a guy here that if it comes down to it, you know, that I'll put out there, and he's going to make it. I have that confidence in him. I tell you what he did last week too, now, because he did a great job kicking the ball off, and you know, that hadn't been his role. That was a sort of step into kind of situation, and he's responded to emergencies and everything else. He's been an asset to our football team with his talents.
Anything else?
No, just happy to be in this position, and our program is being defined by what we do, and the win this week takes this program forward. So that means a lot. There's a lot of loyalty in this, in the people that are in this program. There's a lot of loyalty in coaches and players. I don't think there's one that doesn't see the urgency and the importance. And that'll be a good feeling to go play your last game with that kind of feeling. Really, since I guess it's since we went to play SEMO and we won the first one in 2003. You know, that's what this feels like to me, the first one.